Hey everyone, this is Vovel. Today in this video we are doing a term review on my Dio 110, and it's more than 1 year. I have been extensively using it, maybe more than my bike which I used to have earlier. So this is now my only two-wheeler I have in my garage. I have clocked almost 14,925 kilometers on this scooter, and up to the first three free service I was riding it very extensively, as I was riding it or using it for traveling from my home place Kannur to Bangalore and other cities of South India, and I was also using it as my primary traveling buddy as I don't have my bike with me. And this is altogether a long-term review for everything, even for highway use, traveling, city commutes or job commutes. When I was in Bangalore, I used this as my primary way of traveling or commute to the office. And now I have finished the first paid service of this vehicle. So let's speak about the engine. It's a BS6 compliant 110cc engine, and I am not very good at numbers, so I don't remember the exact power the engine produces. I will show the exact power of this vehicle on the screen. And the engine is, like all of you know, it's a Honda. It's very reliable, smooth, in my experience. Okay, I have heard lot of issues on this BS6 Dio from the day I just took the delivery of this scooter, but as of now I have not faced any issues like that. And yeah, we were talking about the engine, and it's very refined, and in highways when I use it in city speeds it's very okay, and as it is a scooter and it's not an Aerox from Yamaha, it doesn't have any high-end performance or top-end performance, but it does a decent job, as I was lucky enough to use this scooter on the new Bangalore-Mysore Express highway when two-wheelers were not banned, and I could easily cruise on this, and it was effortless. It had not shown any sense of strain or nothing. It was butter smooth, and I could even cruise in 80 km/h, which is not recommended on such kind of vehicles, and this is not meant for it. But I am saying it could, in the context of review and how much tolerance the engine have, it was butter smooth, and it was very confidently cruising because it had a bigger wheel in the front opposed to the older version. I think the BS4 Dio had 10-inch wheel and old conventional style shock absorber at the front, and this now have a telescopic suspension and a bigger wheel at the front, but it's still 10-inch at the rear side. Some of the scooters in the segment like Hero Zoom and Jupiter provide us with a larger wheel at the back also. That would improve in many ways, and as of now I am very happy with the performance of this scooter. As you know, I have been using it for everything possible. I was always fascinated for touring on a scooter because this is sometimes little more practical for packing up luggage and other aspects also, and I was lucky enough to use this for my touring purposes and commutes, so I could give a proper feedback. As you might know, I am not a full-time reviewer or automobile journalist, but to my knowledge I could provide you whatever little I know. And yeah, then we talk about the engine. Then what else? We also talk about the stability when we were talking about the front suspension, front wheel, back wheels, and the tires are tubeless. What else? And the handling is pretty good for scooter standards. I am giving this review from the eyes of a normal user, not a pro or a track focused person or an automobile very experienced automobile journalist like Shumi, because he is very experienced. Maybe he may be riding as much as I was born, since I was born. And we will talk about its design. When we talk about its design, it's very sharp, and it looks good for me as a 26-year-old person, and I was born at the end of 90s. So our teenage was all about the best time when Dio was a trend. Now also people are using Dio, but moreover people change towards Ntorq from TVS because it is a sportier and more powerful offering from TVS. But still I see some relevance in the scooter. This is very economical. When I was looking for a scooter to buy, I was just looking for something cheap and reliable. So this was my only option at that time when I bought this. Then there came another scooters also, but Honda, no brainer. I'm not a Honda fanboy, but it's like that. For this product I am happy. Then what else? We talked about the cruising speed. Yes, the shock absorbers, it is pretty much comfortable. I also have another scooter in my home that my mom uses, and it's Access 125. Yeah, it shocks. It's the disc variant with an alloy. This one is a normal wheel, tubeless with a drum brake, but that shock absorbers in Access are little more firmer. It's not like firmer, it shocks up, but it gives a thud feeling. But in this Honda scooter which I am using now, the Dio, or whichever Honda scooters I have used before from my friends also, in that angle I could clearly say that this shocks up better without giving thuds. It shocks up little smoothly, so it's very comfortable. We don't feel that we just fell in a big pothole. That's the side of the suspension. Brakes, these are having simple drum brakes, both front and back, with a combi brake system that every base variant of a scooter have, and it works pretty well as if it is a drum brake setup. And what else? The headlight performance is very poor, maybe because of the norms for the LED lightings in India. This one is very poor, but it is usable in normal users, but it doesn't work when it is pitch dark. Then what else? Yeah, the speed of this is the top end variant of this scooter, and it's pretty usable. And it was the top end before. Now it's not the top end variant. Now we have another variant which is the top end with a keyless entry, keyless operating scooter. It was the deluxe variant when I was taking the delivery. This was the top end variant, the deluxe variant, and it had basic decent features like a digital speedometers, which had auto trip meter, one trip meter, average mileage, current mileage, and range. It is a very useful thing for a scooter when I use it for touring, as the fuel injectors are not advisable to use extensively or by drying out the petrol tank. So this is a useful feature. Now you could see my scooter will run 132 kilometers on this tank, this much amount of petrol. So it's a very useful feature. And what about the mileage? I get a pretty decent mileage from 50 to something below 70. It's not stable because we are driving in, as I am living in Kerala, it's not always highway, so we are living in a mixed riding condition. So when I go through the highways, I don't know it's accurate or what, but we are getting almost near 70 kilometers in big highways like Mysore, Bangalore Express Highway, Salem, Kochi Salem Highway, etc., where I have used this vehicle even with pillion. Okay, I was riding with a pillion, and the pickup is pretty decent, not great, because it is little underpowered comparing to the segment, and it is a scooter. No one looks it for power. We have other options in the segment for scooters with more power, especially Aerox. And I have heard that from the people who have used the new Fascino, the hybrid model, they are light in weight and more powerful also. And what else? Yes, we were talking about the mileage, and I could say for one full tank I am getting almost 250 plus kilometers in this scooter. I never dry up the tank, so before reaching 250 or more, I just go and fill back the petrol, as I don't want to damage the fuel injector system. Then what else? And the ergonomics, it's as you can see, it's very simple, upright, and I am almost 6 feet tall, and yeah, during the initial days I was not feeling comfortable as I was used to bikes and Access 125, but yeah, now I am okay with this. This is I think this scooter is okay for tall people and short people. There is no issue with my height. I don't have any issue with my legs reaching the ground. And what else we talked about? And these mirrors are average. They are useful but not the best. And when we look through the switch gears, they are simple. We have a high beam and low beam switch, a pass switch, an indicator switch, horn switch, and engine start kill switch, and start stop system integrated in the same place. It doesn't have a automatic stop start system or a hybrid system or something like hazard light settings. And these three lights represent that if the three lights are blinking, it means that you are riding the scooter pretty economically. And if no lights are blinking, you could know that you are getting the least mileage that could be possibly we could possibly get from this scooter. We talked about the mirrors. Okay, we have the key slot, and it's an integrated clear slot. It's also used for opening fuel, seat, starting the vehicle, and locking the vehicle, etc. It's a one unit. And what else? We have a small pocket that could hold 1 liter bottle, and a small pocket that could hold some key, etc. And what else we have? We have a brake lock, parking brake here at this side of the handlebar, which is for the rear brake. And I think it could have been done better, because it's not feeling premium on, and I could not complain it. But lower offerings from TVS or similar products from TVS have such a setup, little more premium and good looking parking brake. And what else we have to talk? Yeah, the fuel opener is outside behind the vehicle. Then we have golden rims for this deluxe variant, and I like it with a combination of red, grey and gold, because I always love the color of the Iron Man suit. So I just no, it was a no-brainer for me because somehow I go and pick up the red color if whatever I choose to buy, and it was not the case with my bike which I was using. My bike was in black color, and initially I booked a red color, but fortunately that time it was the transition period when ABS was mandatory for every bike, so I could just get an NS200 in black color, which was I never regretted for that. The only problem with it that we should always clean it up. As I have OCD, I can't just bear with small amount of dirt on my bike. So as it is red, it's very difficult to maintain. As you all know, Kerala is notorious for rain, so the roads are not always in a good shape, good condition. So it will be always dirty. So I have to. That I think that was the stupidest thing that made me. Maybe I am stupid. I was using my bike only during summer or times when there is no rain, as I don't want to make my bike look ugly, and that was the main reason that my bike had just clocked 15,000 kilometers or more when I just sell that bike. And it was not because I was not traveling extensively, but I was over caring it, and now I understood it. It is the stupidest thing that I could do on a motorcycle. I should have used it. Then what? I think I have finished pretty much everything. And the floorboard, it is a practical bit. We have the battery inside the floorboard, which is properly sealed and covered. And this is a decent floorboard. We could carry stuffs for household, which is the main purpose of scooters in Kerala or India or anywhere in the world. In outer spaces like some countries with scooter is a big market. They have more powerful scooters with larger capacity engine, liquid cooling, like Aerox 155 in India. We have an offering from Yamaha. As I was looking for a cheaper option, I couldn't get that one. But if I am taking a scooter in a premium segment, I am sure I would be buying an Aerox 155 or something similar to that, because it's usable. Because scooters have other level of practicality when we compare to motorbikes, but we have motorcycles, but the control and that sharpness that we get from motorcycles or stability that we get from motorcycles are in another level. So we can't compare the ride dynamics of a scooter and a motorcycle. So that's it. It's all about the taste. So you could use anything according to your use. It's not a bad thing if you have a scooter and a bike. You could use it for your personal preference or user. And cruising in any speed below 80 is very comfortable. I never seen, it have passed the 80s here and there, but it's not a small capacity scooter. So even at 80 it have never shown any strain or nothing, or felt uncomfortable. And that's it. I have mounted this because we don't have any connectivity features on the scooter as per the new generation, but I don't care about it because I don't prefer such settings. Then what else? We are having a good sunset. So I think I have covered pretty much everything. Let's wind up this video with this beautiful sunset and beautiful ghat roads in Kerala. And thank you so much. I once again remind you that I am not an expert. It's just a user review from a normal person's perspective. So pardon me if there is any mistake or if there is any problem. Just comment your opinion so I could improve, and I will bring such videos if necessary with my small knowledge. Okay, so we are winding up. This is Vovel. Bye. I think this video may give you a fair idea about the headlight visibility. This is for the low beam and this is the high beam. This is how the visibility. If we don't have any vehicles coming from opposite side or behind, the light is ample for our night use. But if we have any vehicle coming right opposite from us, the visibility becomes low because the intensity of our LED lights are not up to the mark. And if you are living in an area where the normal weather is foggy or some high ranges, this type of lights may not be suitable for you, because it may be better to have yellow color or normal lights because it has better visibility during such foggy conditions. So we are going to fuel up, so you could get an idea how we fuel up.
Tightening the fuel cap, the main fuel cap, was not easier. Maybe it's just a problem with my unit. I forgot to mention about the silent start system of this scooter, and it is very efficient and silent.
So we are back at small roads out from the highways, normal one line highway, and the finishing of the paths is not the greatest. So you could understand how I feel from the undulations in my sound. But I repeat this, I felt more comfortable than the suspension that I had in my Access 125, because this one doesn't bottom out. The horn quality is decent. We don't have any problem with this. So don't get confused, okay? This is just a personal ride review. It is not in a... I know I have not shot this in an order. I just say my opinion when I just remember each thing. When I use it, I just give my opinion on it. So I think this would help you in a better way to understand how this vehicle performs. When I remember some point, I just point that out. Okay. Yeah, the weight side of the vehicle doesn't feel that heavy, but nor it is light. So it is manageable for me, and my wife used to use this vehicle once in a while, and she never complained. She was okay with this vehicle as a pillion. I was sitting as a pillion with her, and she was okay with this. But it is not the lightest. I think the lightest one I remember is maybe offerings from Yamaha, Fasino and Ray. They are as same as 100 kilo or 99 kilo. They are the lightest. I don't know whether it is dry or dry weight or after filling the whole fuel. But wait, I don't know, but that's my knowledge. I hope you could see the reading. After filling the petrol, I have came 8.4 kilometers. This will be only shown, the current mileage status will be only shown when the vehicle is running. This is for the side stand cutoff or side stand indicator. I have engaged the stand, then the vehicle won't switch on even if I press the ignition switch. Once I put off the stand, then the ignition will work. Then only the ignition will work. It won't work until the stand is down. And the next one is the average mileage that I got for the last 8.4 kilometers is 72.9. I don't know whether it is real or what, but I told you, no, I used to get a very good mileage from this scooter, and I have 230 kilometers of range after filling. So that's it. Bye.